这次的第2届，我们就去了一个更特别的地方。主要承办这个 orientation program 是为了要凝聚所有的全国中央理事及州理事，还有包括开放给会员一起参与，来建立这一个我们所需要的这种默契。透过这个 orientation， 大家可以有更进一步的交流，有资深的刚刚成为理事的这一种经验的传承跟交流是非常非常重要的。我们都知道，我们的一届理事里面有2年的这一个会期这个 term， 所以这2年里面我们需要承办很多的活动。那在这个过程里面，我们最需要的就是默契、共识，还有那个凝聚力。所以我相信这样的一个 program， 一定能够为青创会献上最大的意义。除此之外呢 ，orientation 可以帮助我们透过这样的一个平台，介绍青创会的过去、现在跟未来，让所有的理事们、所有的会员们都能够更进一步的知道青创会的整个历史。这样我相信是非常非常重要的。
I grew from PUMM. I love PUMM very now. I hope my destination will fulfill that. How you grow a business, you will have a very big networking in this big family. 我觉得青创会是一个平台，一个给大家、给马来西亚企业家成长和学习的平台。记得青创会只有一个 ，We only have one family, one PUMM. OK， 全部人都是一条心跟着总会。
这一次我们的 PUMM orientation 我很开心，因为我第一次见到我们来自我们7个州，除了沙巴他们不能够来参与的话，其他的州属都有派他们的 committee 都来参与。这一次我们就来到一个很特别的地方，在我们这个整个 program 里面，我们就一起走进这个大自然的世界，暂时就放下我们手上的工作，然后疏解你我身上的压力，然后我们体验一下自然的生态，我们也呼吸新鲜的空气，享受温泉的乐趣，享受我们在急流漂流的那个刺激，也在这个漂流里面，让我们的士气还有我们整个团队都凝聚在一起。到最后，我们选择了去一个出名的泰国餐厅里面去聚餐，这是我们最大的卖点。
Entrepreneurs nationwide coming together, sitting together and sharing the knowledge， 这个是非常的有意义又很好玩的一个活动。我们是学到的东西就是正能量。
This is a program that you get up close and personal with the leadership， 是一个很好的一个大家庭的聚会。
我觉得 PUMM 是一个很理想、很好的平台。
大家继续加油！
Hi there, my dear friends. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hi there, Michael.
Good day to you, Waran. How are you doing?
Hey, I am feeling fantastic. I hope it's the same there, yeah?
Excellent, of course. Being
Okay,
here
cool.
with you and speaking to our fellow entrepreneurs, our youth, our business people, just generally anyone that is on social media now that wants to know a bit more about our entrepreneur journey and also about PUMM, Persatuan Usahawan Maju Malaysia.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to be driven
know.
by the purpose to be here with all of you.
Very nice, very nice. And I'm also equally excited. Yeah, Michael. Let me just share a little bit about why we are here. Tonight is a special day. Why we have got a special man. Of course, Michael Teoh. Yeah.
Special two men. I mean, there you go. My brother there. Very special
There
as
you
well.
go.
All of us. Yeah.
Indeed, brother. Indeed, brother. So, so we are here yet with another series of Journey of Transformation by PUMMNS. What is PUMMNS? Persatuan Usahawan Maju Malaysia, or rather in English, it's Malaysian Entrepreneurs Development Association. And in Negeri Sembilan, we have got a chapter. Now, Michael, if you want to know what PUMM means, I'm sure you'll be able to tell. Would you be able to share a little bit about what our organization is all about?
Well, thank you so much. Yeah. Just to share in terms of PUMM, we have evolved over the years. I understand that we were established in the 1990s, yeah? And during that time, we had people like Tun Dr. Mahathir as our founding patron, as they would say. And then along the years, right, just like how we are facing our world now, Waran, as entrepreneurs, we have to change. We have to remain relevant to the world. So PUMM has changed. We evolve continuously from being an advocacy body where we represent the interests of over 2,800 strong SME members, to actually become that bridge to share their opinions, to share their suggestions with authorities, with governments on coming up with policies or plans that can help entrepreneurs and SMEs. Then, as we move along throughout the years, of course, we have different presidents that lead and guide us. Of course, now I am honored together with Waran. We are being led by President Tan Lay Siong, our president of PUMM. So what happened was Mr. President actually gave us this vision where PUMM is supposed to now help the younger entrepreneurs, the startups, become that bridge. We become the bridge to connect them with opportunities to grow their business through networking, opportunity discovery, even connecting them towards education and training that we can provide as you become a member with PUMM. So check your PUMM state level. We have different chapters at every state. I know that Waran is one of our leaders in Negeri Sembilan, PUMM. But
Yes,
give your spoiler with so much he's doing, Waran, I need to say this, with so much he's doing, I'm definitely going to advocate for Waran to join us at the federal level. Peringkat per Sekutuan. Right? So
thank you so much.
That's what we are. That's what we are. Yeah.
You know, Michael, and that's the thing, you see. And I like what you said, and I'm going to pick that same word, relevant. It is very important. If you are relevant, then you'll be able to do a lot of things very much towards whatever that we need currently. And you said it very well. Yeah, I call this man our superhuman, Mr. Tan Lay Siong. Why? Because he is a visionary. He thinks very far ahead. He still plays futsal. For your info. I won't mention his age, but he's a young man at heart. But what I'm saying is that is important. When you are able to speak to the young ones, be able to move like a young person, then your thinking capacity will also be the same. Now, I thought only our president was like that. Our national deputy president, our hero, Nelson Bay, Michael, he is also equally another fine. Go ahead.
I mean, I need to share this. And again, guys, Santai, this is Sembang Sempoy. He just got featured in a magazine for having six-pack,
I know, right?
Yeah.
So that's really him. And I salute him because he is again able to follow through the path that our national president is taking. And of course, the whole team. Yeah, we have got you are also there, yeah, Michael, and you guys are doing tremendous work. And I have to salute you guys. Why? Not for anything else, but because you all are still making this association relevant, and that's very important.
Thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
Warren.
And
You're
on the-
too kind. You're too
No,
kind in your
seriously,
words.
Michael.
Thank
No,
you.
seriously. I am telling this from the very bottom of my heart, because if not for you guys, we in Negeri Sembilan will not be doing what we are doing. Now, in Negeri Sembilan, we have got our chapter chairman, yeah, of course, Timothy Teoh. I call him the gentleman because he does things very, very classified, very strategically, and that's interesting. And of course, we have got our team of Negeri Sembilan. Yeah, I must talk about them. And they are at the back of us. Yeah. Back end doing all the technical work. We have got Eric there, Roxanne here, Jeff here, and thank you so much, brothers. This is what we call an association. Association means you need to be really understand each other, and I think this is what PUMM has been showcasing all this while. And with people like you and me, I think we will do well.
Thank you, Warren. You're too kind with your words. But for all of you watching this, if you know friends, if you have students, brothers and sisters, or even colleagues, people that you know are entrepreneurs, get them to check us out. Persatuan Usahawan Maju Malaysia. We are a non-for-profit. We are a non-government organization. All the entrepreneurs that are here are all bound together to help you. So we want to do our part to develop you all. Okay? So there you go.
Exactly. There you go, pumm.my, pumm.my. Go look for the website and then read more, find more, get excited and join us. So, Michael, tonight, right? Tonight, the title is fantastically interesting and I love this, yeah? Tale of Two Cities, yeah? And discover your true self. This is really amazing. You know, why I say that is because we all come from different backgrounds. And yet, we find our true self.
Yes.
The question that we are going to ask each other is how we came to where we are today.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course. As you all can see, Warren is my big brother here, our captain, our anchor of the show. He has set the direction of the show where Warren, if I may, Warren briefed me before we went live saying that, Michael, we only want the real stuff here. We only want like, how did you start? Again, it's a tale of two cities. Yeah, Warren, where are you from originally? Warren, I start with the question first. where are you from?
You are good, my man. Okay, let me talk about myself. Yeah, I'm from Gombak originally. I'm from Gombak. So I was born in this place. It's called Taman Ibu Kota. Do you know where Gombak is?
I know where Gombak is, but not familiar with where Taman Ibu Kota is. But that's why we are here to learn more about it, right? So go ahead.
Exactly. So I was born there, and I grew up there. Now this place is a very interesting place. We have got Chinese, Malay, and Indians staying there together harmoniously. Always helping each other. That's interesting. Why I say that is because so those days we will have break-ins every now and then. That was very normal back then in the 70s. When that happened, right, every time you have got the neighboring shouting or calling the police, trying to help each other. And that was so interesting. We have never seen color, race, religion whatsoever. It is always at the football field. We will be having loads of fun. Come rain, come shine, we will be there. You know, Michael, I'm sure you have been in that situation, yeah. But this is the thing. I started off with this education in a Chinese school.
Nice.
Now this is funny, you know, Michael. You know why? Because I remember my dad, and I vividly could remember this. My father asking me, son, which school do you want to go to? Tamil school, Malay school, or Chinese school? So now, because the Chinese school was the very last one, right? And that's the only thing that I could remember. I mean, 6 years old, what can I remember more? So I say Chinese school. And I would say that's where my disastrous journey started.
Wow. I don't think it's a disaster now, because for those of you who don't know, Warren here can speak Mandarin You can speak Chinese. Look at that, man. And that opens up your world to new possibilities, kan? But tell us, why is it a disastrous journey? You know, look at what you have become today.
I know, right?
I think it's a blessed journey. But tell us the spicy part right here.
And it's nice. It's nice how you put it, Michael. It's a blessing. Indeed, it is a blessing, and I know it now. But back then, right? Can you imagine? I've got 6 brothers and sisters. Yeah, 6 siblings. Now, out of all 6 of them, my mom, my dad, we have got about 9 of us in the family. No one speaks Chinese. No one speaks Mandarin. And I am the only one solo guy going to Chinese school. What do you expect? So went to a school. It's called Lee Rubber School. Yeah. Now Lee Rubber it's right in the middle of the rubber estate, Michael. So the smell of rubber, right? Early morning. My God, it's a killer. So I was there for a good 6 years. But I say it was difficult because I could not speak the language. I do not understand the language. And of course, me being the only Indian black boy there, I was bullied back time because that time I was all alone. The whole school, I was the only Indian boy. So the teacher, right, when I was in the class, she will take attendance, but she will never call my name. Guess why, Michael?
Why? Actually, I also, tell me why?
Because I'm the only black one. So she will be marking everything. She will know if the black spot is not there, that means I'm not there. But if I'm there, then it's there. So it was a funny, see, I'm laughing about it because it is very funny for me to go through all that. And I realize that now because that journey made me who I am today.
Correct.
It's definitely a character building.
Correct. Very true, very true. I mean, Waran, thank you for sharing your background with us. And, these are things that you do not hear what entrepreneurs like Waran would share, But Waran, if I may just deduce this a bit, you see, as entrepreneurs, we need to achieve something called emotional maturity. Mm-hmm. Emotional maturity here, some people would say is your ability to not care so much about rejections, do not care so much about how people judge you, do not care so much of what people think about you, especially in starting your business. Because I'm a believer as entrepreneurs, right? When we pick up the phone or we try to ask for the business from other people, when we get rejected, it's how do we feel? How do we recover fast from it? And I think what happened to you, Waran, as you were in that Chinese school, right? You are blessed because at an early age of your life, you were already trained. I don't think it's intended by your parents, but I think you were already trained indirectly to be comfortable of being you. You made a very friendly scenario just now, saying that the teacher would know if you're not in class because if she see, hey, where is the darker skinned guy? Not in class, that means he's not there, right? But you were already conditioned to be comfortable with yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think that has helped you along the years to become an entrepreneur, a successful one, a thriving one that you are right now in the training industry, because you are not afraid of rejections. You're not afraid if people treat you as an outcast, because at the end of the day, no one else is responsible for your bowl of rice than yourself. Exactly. And I think this was shown in your school, where your objective there was your parents sent you there for a good reason, let you learn a new language, let you mix around with children beyond your own race, your own community. You have been trained, brother. You have been trained to be resilient. You have been trained to know your objective there is to be a good student, to be a good son to your parents by having a fulfilling schooling life. But I don't know about you lah. During my time, my fulfilling schooling life is how many A's I got lah.
I know. But ladies and gentlemen, this is very important. What Michael said just now, emotional maturity, and this is what one needs to go through, adapt, embrace, and move on. If you can do that, then success is all waiting for you out there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to what we are saying, and if you like just a little bit whatever that we are talking about, in that chat group, right? Just type in 888. Just type 888 so
Lucky
that we
number.
know. Yes, lucky number. 888.
Number.
Just type 888 so that we will know you are with us. Just type 888, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have got Michael with us. Now, Michael is an amazing chap. Why I say
thank
that?
you.
Because he's a motivational speaker. He speaks about sales. He have done so many things. He's a youth icon. He has got the Malaysian Book of Record. Yeah, you are in the Malaysian Book of Record. That is
Yes, that's
interesting,
right.
Michael. And he's an author. He's also a TV radio personality. Can you imagine that? I have got this finest gentleman sitting in front of me. Michael, I want to know your childhood story. Start from kindergarten, maybe. I mean, your childhood, Michael.
Thank you, Warren, and all of you out there. I was born and raised in mainland Penang. So what's the Hokkien Lang? For those of you who are out there, what's the Pahai Lai lah? I was born and bred in Butterworth. Then what's the To Tua Swa Kwa Tachet lah? I did my studies in primary school, secondary school in Bukit Bertajam, which is the hometown of Dato Lee Chong Wei. I don't know him. Okay, I don't know him yet that time. I don't know him yet. I got to know him years later when I was recognized as one of the country's national youth icon by our Prime Minister. But having said that, how was my life? What if I told you my life was good to teach me a lesson? You see, when I was growing up, Warren and all of you, we talked about having emotional maturity, and that is for us to be comfortable with ourselves, to not mind people judging us, right? But when I was growing up, I didn't have that. I didn't have that life that you had, Warren. I was bullied a lot in school. I was bullied a lot, and I was bullied because I was weak in sports. And during that time, I was so afraid of how people would judge me that I would do anything to please people. I would try to be everyone's friend. I would try to be everywhere just so that people will be happy, because I wanted to feel that they are happy being with me. They are happy playing with me, but no one wants to play with me, because who wants to play with the boy who's weak in sports, who, if he's running in the sports day at school, he will most likely run and appear as the last the last contestant, right? So that was my life. But you see, as entrepreneurs, I came to realize a very important lesson here. Life is fair. The universe is friendly to you. Depending on what level you are in the growth of your life, right? Life will give you lessons. But life is not like a teacher. Life won't come to you and just say, hey, Lai, I want you to learn this lesson. Today you must learn how to tahan rejection. Life is not like that. Life will keep giving you signs or signals. Because I'm a believer, life will give you signals and signs for you to learn, for you to grow. And life will keep giving you those lessons. It's either you keep repeating those lessons, in a sense, you keep repeating the mistake, or you evolve. So remember, life, every day, if you face problems, right, as an entrepreneur, try to ask yourself, what is life trying to teach me here? And am I repeating the same mistake? Or am I going to make a decision to evolve right now? So for me, I'm a slow learner. So I try to be everyone's best friend. That didn't work. I get bullied, get beaten up all. Then when I was 15 years old, I decided to change my life, where I decided to actually participate in my school sports day and do the one sport that I believe anyone can do. You don't have to be so good at it, you can do. And that sport was running. Larian pecut, sprint running. I practiced for 2 months. And then I went on the field on that sports day, 900 people watching. I got myself ready. And when the referee blew the whistle, I ran, I ran, and then what happened was I took 2 steps, Warren, the rest of you, and then I fell.
Oh.
Fell with mud all over my face. And no doubt lah, this is a sprint run lah. Larian pecut lah. Tao zao ah. Hokkien lang kong tao zao ah. You will surely get last already ma. So I was humiliated. I was embarrassed. That was one of the rejections in my life. But I wish I was only embarrassed. I wish. You know why?
Why?
Because when I tried to get up, I felt so much pain. And I saw the referee. He came to my side and tell me, jangan panik jangan nangis I was very confused. I know I was in a lot of pain, but I don't know what happened. Then, you know, that time at the field, you got pengakap, scouts.
Yeah.
They take care of the field one. So they were there taking care of the field. Then, you know, kids being kids, they look at me, they're like, you, pointing at something. Now, my dear friends, for those of you who are following our program now, and Waran and our PUMM members here, can I invite you all to raise up your left hand? Can I please invite you to raise up your left hand, please? Left hand, Okay. Guys, I want you to raise up your left hand now, and I want you to locate your left knee. And I want you to touch your left knee. Just touch your left knee over there. Just touch it. Give it a good rub. Give it a good rub, yeah? My dear friends, imagine that left knee, your left knee came out of your body.
Oh, gosh.
So that happened to me. It was tough. And then I was in a cast. Wow. It was tough. And then I thought the bullying would stop because I thought people will pity me. Because the doctor told my mom was crying, said that I will never walk like a normal human being again. Which is true lah. That's why today, if you see me walk, please don't laugh at me lah. Okay, because my ligament was all torn, you know, everything gone. And you know your ligament, your tendon, you grow it when you're still in your mother's stomach, you know. But mine detached, all gone. But after that, right, I learned 3 lessons in life. Number 1, as an entrepreneur, people will not pity you. People don't owe you anything. If you really believe in your business, you want to put your business through, be a nice human being, help people, help yourself, always create opportunity. That's number 1. Number 2, the second thing I learned about life that day is that as an entrepreneur, if you think people is going to help you, I think it's too much wishful thinking. What you need to do is you need to be open to admit your mistake, be open to learn, and be open to try. So for me, God bless, I was open. I came back from my injury. I was walking like a duck in school. But guess what? I decided that if I'm not going to be good in sports, I'll be good in other things. So I joined public speaking, debating, drama, business plan competition. And a lot of people say, Waran, that was the building blocks of my life. That was how I become who I am today. And the third lesson, to reaffirm what I just shared with you all, I think that time life was trying to teach me, Michael, be comfortable with yourself. Be confident with yourself. You can't be begging for people's attention and sympathy all the time. You know? Just be comfortable with yourself. Do the right thing. And then life would be easier for you. I know a lot of you watching this, you're thinking, Michael, Waran, I'm expecting you to tell me what is the social media trend. What is Sales 101? All those you can learn on YouTube. You don't need us here. But YouTube, you will never find stories like this. True or not, Waran?
Yes, you are so right. And that is very important, you know, Michael, what you have just said. Ladies and gentlemen, you must understand this. Everyone have got a story to tell. You too have got a story to tell. But the question is, what are you doing about it? Everyone have got different layers of embarrassment, panicky moment, painful moment. Now, I was getting goosebumps when you were talking about your that 2-step story, and that 2-step story really touches a lot of people's heart. Why so? Because everybody have had that fall one time at least in their life. But of course, not that same injury or that kneecap thing that happened, but similar pain deep inside. The question is, you were able to get up and move on. You could just sit there and say, you know, Michael, hey, this is my life now. I am going to be feeling pity, and I want people to feel pity on me, and therefore I can get whatever that I want to get because this is my situation. But you did otherwise. And Michael, I want to ask you this question. How could you ever possibly do that? Now, you need to really be a superhuman to be able to think otherwise. You see, you said you're not good in sports. Therefore, you took on debating, public speaking, and all that so that you will have something else to grow and to give you that relevance to be alive. How did you do that?
You know, like you say, Warren, you introduced me as a motivational speaker, and I coach executives, I coach sales teams, how to close sales. But when I agreed to come to this talk here tonight with you, and you as a friend, I'm very careful with my answers because I don't want to give you an answer that you can YouTube Michael Teoh's video on YouTube and you will find him say, all my answers are genuine. It really comes from me, but I really want to dig deeper, really deeper. Like, I don't want to tell you like, oh, because during that time I have this principle, this philosophy in life where after I dislocated my knee, I realized people will not sympathize with you. So at that time, I tell myself I will create opportunities for myself. Yeah, it's true. It's the truth. I say that in my seminars, and normally salespeople get like, "Wow, chiong ah, Michael Teoh ah." But you can Google that lah. There are newspaper articles about me also talking about that. But tonight, actually, why did I? Actually, I want to say, I'm actually not strong. I fell into depression. There were times where I just didn't want to do anything. And I'll be honest, I still feel like that today. Sometimes kita sekadar manusia kan.
Betul?
We are just human beings, right? But how did I pick myself up? I think when you're feeling so down and when you realize that you don't want to waste your life, you just want to make something out of it. And you know that for me, at that case, sports was not for me. I think I just wanted to do something with my life. And that was when that time, the less sexier thing to do in school is to get involved in public speaking. Because I'm from a co-ed school that time. So co-ed school are very easy one. All the guys want to impress the girl. They'll join basketball lah. They'll join football lah. Right? They'll running lah. All the kudus one. All the girls fall in love one. Right? So at that time, I know sports, I'm out. So forget about getting a girlfriend. But what happened was I joined public speaking all because people don't want to join. You know, this is like entrepreneur 101, right? You look at an opportunity and everybody say, the opportunity are not nice, are not sexy one. You want to join, you know, and then you go and join and you make something out of it. And that was what I did, right? So I think if you ask me again, Michael, how did you get out of that state? The most rock bottom question was, I was already so sad. I already felt so defeated. In the end, I just asked myself, do I want to just waste my life away? And then I forced my mind to think, if I'm not good in sports, what other things can I be good at? Same with entrepreneurship. A lot of entrepreneurs say, Michael, I failed my business. Yeah, you're not alone, guys. My business, Thriving Talent. You see all my trophy or not? SOBA lah, JCI, CYEA lah, SME 100 lah. Okay, I'm very bad in Mandarin, just to say. This is what, how to say golden bull, Jin Niu Jiang. Jin Niu Jiang, right?
Yes.
Jin Niu Jiang, right? Golden bull.
Okay, what?
You see all these awards? Last year, my business, I lost 70% because of the pandemic. I was this very powerful speaker where companies hire me. They say, Michael Teoh, you come in, 5,000 people, Genting Arena of Stars. Done. I can electrify the crowd. People say, Michael Teoh, 3,000 people, 800 people, he can settle one. Come pandemic, company won't even think of putting 2 people in the same room with me. So I lost my business, right? But I have to rebuild. That was when I started asking myself, is there other way I could bring my business online? And then that was when I pivot. But for me to pivot, I had to fall. And I fell quite hard last year. Same like my life when I was growing up, right? I fell. Then I have no more choice. I have to pick myself up. That would be my answer for you. So for all of you entrepreneurs out there, if you have to change your business, you have to pivot, confirm you'll feel shit on. You'll feel like, wow, I lose liao. But you will feel like that only for a while. Never surrender to it. Feeling it and making a decision to surrender to it is different. Feeling is feeling. Feeling can come and go on. Surrender is permanent. Never surrender. Yeah. Continue on. If you need to change, change. As long you got a breath, you can still breathe. There's a life in you. There is more you can do for our world. That's what I believe.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have been listening to Michael Teoh, I mean, that was fantastic how he actually spoke about the real thing that really happened. And you don't get this anywhere else. Yeah. Here in this PUMM platform, you have heard it the first time. Now, if you have heard it first time from the number one man, type 111, ladies and gentlemen, 111, satu, 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 so that you know that Michael is in the house. Michael is here with us, sharing his life story. Michael, I want to tell you something. This is what I like about you, because you really speak the truth. All the truth, nothing but the truth. And I want to share with you whatever that you spoke, right? We have got some commonality, some similarity, I must say.
Waran,
you see, when
I'm going to put you on the spot. You tell me, you say that we have commonalities. So, and guys, don't worry. This is how we say today is the tale of two cities, right? Waran, I want to ask you a question. We have commonalities, sure. And I want you to answer that question now. What commonalities we have? But I have been so vulnerable to you and our members watching this right now and all the rest of you watching. Tell me, what about your failure? Your one failure that is closest to your heart. Tell me about it. Tell us about it. And tell me if there is some commonalities between our story there. Please.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for asking that question. And I say thank you because I cherish that moment. I cherish that one moment. You see, when I was, I told you I went to a Chinese school. Now in Chinese school, when I was there, I was bullied big time. Michael, if you want to know what bullying means, you should come to me and I'll tell you.
I want to know.
Oh gosh, you know what? I was called names. Now, I told you, right? I was the darkest skin there. And I use the word black when I'm explaining about me. Why? Because that's what they call. They call me the Hey Kuya, the Hey Loa, and everything about me that is black or that is in the world. Hey Len Yakao, everything is me. It's all about blackness. So I became so intimidated every single day. When I got up early in the morning, when mom and dad said, Waran, you need to go to school, I will be like, God, let this be the final day of my life. Why? Because going to school was miserable. Not 1 year, not 2 years, 6 years I was going through the same thing. Now, I will be eating and they will, you know, like in the movies where they will just hit your head. I went through that. When I was taking my plate and wanted to go and sit, they'll kick my leg. When I am in the toilet, I want to do my business, they will come and splash the water. So I was the shortest one, you know, Michael. What happened is I will be the first one in the perbarisan, you know, early in the morning, Monday assembly. But guess what? I will be pushed and pushed and pushed until I will be the last one. So the line will be like that. And I've gone through all that. At one point, I could not see myself in the mirror because I thought I was useless. I thought I was not worth living my life. I thought I will never go anywhere. Until when I went to Peralehan, remove class back then, after standard 6, you need to go to remove. Everyone from Chinese medium or Tamil medium, you have to go for remove class. When I went there, there was this Malay teacher. he was my class teacher, Inche Tohid. I still remember him. He has got the biggest mole ever. Amazing man. He's very active in sports. But
Nice.
he came and he told me this. He said, Waran, apa yang you ada dekat luar tak penting. Apa yang you ada dekat dalam, itulah yang sangat penting. What do you have outside?
Powerful.
It is of no use. Don't worry about it. It is temporary. But what you have inside, focus on that. See, as I'm talking about it, I can still remember him and I'm getting goosebumps because that was the moment that changed my life. And it was very deep because he sat down with me, eye level, spoke to me. And when he spoke to me, that's where change happened in me. That's when the next day when I got up, took shower, comb my hair, in front of the mirror, I told to me in the mirror,
Yes.
damn, you are so very the handsome.
Nice.
And that's the day changed my life. Now, it was a difficult moment for me to utter that.
Yes.
But that changed my life.
Of
Then
course.
everything else came into perspective because it takes only that one little change in your life, one utter of positivity that comes from your heart. Eventually things will change. That's why positive words are very powerful. Language pattern is something that you need to really be watchful of every single time you want to utter something.
Correct.
So if you speak about if you asked about my falling moment, was not one day, Michael, was 6 odd years, and my picking up moment was that one day when my teacher spoke to me.
Amazing. You know, Warren, I just want to share, right? This shows that if we apply it for our entrepreneur friends who's watching this right now, 2 lessons I can draw from your story. Number 1, when your teacher asks you to look at yourself at the mirror and just be happy with yourself, you feel good for that time. When you go to school, maybe you get bullied again, but you need that little moment of motivation, that little moment of self-belief for you to survive the day and the day and the day. Why is this important? I believe for entrepreneurs. You see, entrepreneurs, if you have to sell, you're an entrepreneur, businessman, 做生意, kita berniaga kan, we have to sell. If you don't even believe in your product, you don't even believe in your business, you don't believe you can give value to your customer, right? Even though you get so many rejection, if you don't believe in yourself or your business, right, no one will believe in you. And sometimes all you need is just that habit of believing in yourself, getting feedback, improving, but not giving up. So sometimes not giving up means reminding yourself that you have a good business, your business is growing. You just need to keep talking to people. People are going to reject you, but eventually you're going to reach that one kind soul that's going to give you your first business. You know, for my business, Thriving Talents in Training, very grateful. Our first client, after 6 months of no clients, because when I started my business, I was 25 years old. And you know, in training industry in Malaysia, if they see you don't have enough white hair, now different story, I now got a lot of white hair. But when I started that time, this was 9 years ago. When you don't have white hair, people say, you want to train what? You better come and work for me. You look so young. 6 months, we had no clients. After 6 months, we had our first client, not giving up. And that first client made all the difference. That first client gave us, actually the deal, to be honest, now you think of it back, it's actually a very small deal. Actually, we were severely underpaid. But really, just because we want to feel the happiness of having a client. But who would have thought that one client who that time paid us so little would help us so much? That client was the one who invited President Obama to come to my training, to visit my training, and sat in for half an hour. And that client of ours was Microsoft.
Oh, nice.
And it all made the difference. Microsoft, our second client was Intel, our third client was Sony, our fourth client was General Electric, fifth client was Shell, sixth client was HSBC. There you go. So we started as these young kids in the block working with the big boys. But it's because we kept going, just like you, Warren, we kept going day by day. day by day, we just need to tell ourselves we will meet a client that will eventually give us a chance. So that's the first thing I learned from your story.
Yeah.
Second thing I learned from you, Warren, from your story just now is this, is to know that we always have a choice to change our life. Like you decided to hear the feedback. You decided to hear what your teacher have advised you. And this brings me back to PUMM, where PUMM, we have a lot of, sorry, this one, the PUMM leaders listening. We have a lot of more veteran. I use the word veteran. I didn't use the old word. I didn't use the old word. The old word with 3 alphabet, I didn't use. We have
Bukan
a lot
warga emas,
I use the word veteran, right? Veteran, army veteran.
Yes.
We have a lot of veteran entrepreneurs that are ready to educate and to teach you and to share their experience with you. All they ask for is you be willing to learn. And I think, Warren, as you were growing up, I salute you. You had that lah. That's why I think you are who you are today lah. So there you go. That's what I believe. Yeah.
Exactly, and this is what we all are talking about right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's about where is your focus? Where do you want to focus on? To what do you want to focus on? There's two sides to a coin. We all know that, right? But which one do you want to look at? We all must focus on what you do best. That's very important. Had I not changed my mind that day, I could have just gone back home and say, you know what, this teacher is just another BS, and therefore I don't want to think about it. I would have been a goner. But I made that action. That action is very important. Now, people can tell so many things. You can read so many books. You can watch YouTube, TED Talks, and you name it. You will have it. But until and unless you take action, ladies and gentlemen, nothing, and I really mean nothing, can change. Michael, what do you think about that?
So true.
Yeah.
So true. I mean, this brings me back to that a story where, I had the chance to further my degree to New Zealand. And before I graduated from New Zealand, one day I woke up, I decided that, hey, everyone is going to their lecturers to ask for testimonials, reference letters.
Okay.
Why not I try asking a reference letter from the Prime Minister of New Zealand? At that time was Helen Clark. And I remember going to uni and I asked my friends, I said, hey, I have this idea. I want to write a letter to the Prime Minister, email the Prime Minister of New Zealand. I want to let her know what I've done for New Zealand when I was there studying as an international student. Because I was very active in student clubs, business associations in New Zealand. I just want to let her know. And I remember that time my friends were asking me, Michael, you think you're the only one? You're the only one who do all this? There are so many other students. Number two, you're not even a local. You are international student. Why would the Prime Minister write you a testimonial? Please, she doesn't even know you. I said, it's okay lah. I said, what it will cost me? Send an email. Then I wrote a letter, handwritten the letter, sent to her. I wasted, not wasted lah. Okay lah, wasted. Could I say wasted lah?
Investment.
80 cents of stamp. I sent it to her. And New Zealand, the government officials, it's very easy to find. You go to New Zealand Parliament, you Google it. You go to their website called The Hive. It's called The Hive in New Zealand, the name of their parliament building. Okay. So there you will see all the MPs, all the Prime Minister, the ministers, and their mailing address, and you can just mail it to them. 2 weeks later, even my university was shocked. I got a letter where it was from Helen Clark, the Right Honorary Helen Clark, the Prime Minister of New Zealand then. She congratulated and thanked our contribution to New Zealand, to the student community, the business associations that we were part of. And I got her testimonial. And she even CC'd 4 other ministers, where the upcoming weeks I got one from the Minister of Commerce, the Minister of Sports, Minister of Higher Education, Minister of Small Business. I got it from another minister, the 5th minister. This is the one that drives my my grandma crazy. And I love my grandma to bits. But she's that typical Chinese Malaysian grandma that says, hey, if your parents can afford to send you overseas to study, then why you come back? Study there, stay there lah. In Hokkien Kong, 变户变嘅人了, go become a citizen there, get PR there. But I'm here lah, okay?
Yeah.
The fifth letter came from the Minister of Immigration.
Wow.
So she was like, "Oi, you that time want to apply PR, you take that letter, you go and say, hey, I got Minister of Immigration wrote me a letter. Okay, you dapat oh." But I came back immediately after I graduated, and people asked me why. I said, number one, I still have my parents here. I have my grandma. And I feel, right, you should never label which country you're in to make the best of it. You should be resourceful no matter where you are. I know this is very important because I'll just share. We all know what is happening in Malaysian politics. And
You're right.
my friends say that, Malaysia future gone already. I got two groups. One say Malaysia future gone. One say Malaysia future hooray. But when they ask me, Michael, which one you agree? I say both also I agree. Both also I don't agree. Because at the end of the day, I'm a believer. There is no such thing as not enough resources. There is only an unresourceful mind. So which one you choose? Right?
You're right.
I choose to be resourceful. I choose to contribute to Malaysia, whether it's raining or whether it's sunny. That's me.
Exactly. And I say this, there's always two sides, yeah. One is area within your control, and the other one is area beyond your control. Whatever that's happening up there, it's beyond our control. We cannot do anything about it. But what is within your control? Let's work on that, and that's all that matters. See, you don't need to think about wanting to be somebody else. From what I heard from you, right, Michael, I would say this: try doing whatever that you do best.
Correct.
Whatever that you do best. You see, you yourself, now I always preach this, I am more than I think. And that is very true. You are more than who you think you are. Now, a lot of people, those days, they always say that I want to become somebody. The guru, you know, someone wants to be Andy Lau or Anita Mui. That's my year lah, during my time lah. But the new ones, they want to be Elon Musk. They want to be Beyonce. Now, who you really are matters most. I remember, right, in the report card those days, they always look at the parents here, look at the red ones and say, why you got the red ones? Let's give them more tuition. Mathematics sudah fail ka? Okay, 2 tuition kali ini. Sejarah hancur ka? 2 tuition. But this is the thing. You are focusing on the wrong side. It should be the blue ones. Focus on the good ones. Can you imagine if Cristiano Ronaldo to play golf and John Ram, the first golfer, world's #1 golfer, plays football? What will happen? Hancur kawan. So exactly. So you need to do what you know best. Cristiano Ronaldo is Cristiano Ronaldo because he have polishing whatever that he can do best. My question to you is this: what you can do best, ladies and gentlemen? Sit down, think about it, write it down, and if you have found your answer, polish on that, you will be successful.
So I want to ask you, Waran.
Yeah.
For your case, so what was that one action that you took in your life that you believe made all the difference, Waran?
Oh, you see, this is the thing. When I started, so little bit on my background, before I go to that answer. Being an Indian, I did major in IT. Indian must be IT, that's the norm back then. So I did IT, but I hated IT. Parents were saying, mom was saying, you must do IT. So I did IT. After doing IT, I went to a bank. I started working, and I hated that. What happened? I left the job. I started doing my own stuff. Started opening my. I opened my own Sembilan company, and I started learning soft skills, anything and everything. I took NLP, I took public speaking, I took a lot of training just to equip myself with soft skills. Back then, soft skills were a major thing. Yeah. Then what I did was I went to India to learn about emotional skills. And now that was interesting because in India, the way they teach things were very different. It was very much calmness, the mountain,
Mindfulness, stillness. as they say.
exactly mindfulness, right? It was mindful meditation, they call it. And that's where I learned that. Then I went to Geneva. In Geneva, I thought it would be all hustle and bustle. Guess what? It was the same thing. It was mountain, green, and they were up there doing meditation and emotional healing. That's where I learned all that stuff. When I learned all that, I thought I should use it. So when I started going places, I went to China. Now, China is a place where people are very robotic. That's what they told me before me going to the country. When I went there, I fell in love with China, Michael, because it was the most amazing country. I mean, I was in Shenzhen, in Shanghai, Chengdu, you name it, I was there. And people were so kind and humble. Started giving training to them.
Yeah.
When I started training them, right, this is what happened. And this is where it was really a change maker for me. When I started training these very elderly people, right, in an organization on emotional healing, they were in tears, Michael.
Wow, power. That's your power, Waran. That's your power.
I didn't know that. But what happened was this. I was actually going deep down into their very childhood, whereby, you know, during cultural revolution, how were not, they could not go and play. I heard this story, a child playing in the mud with the kids, with the other friends. The father held to her hand, pulled her and said, "Come, we need to go and work." So it was that point of moment. So she was crying like a small baby, like a child, 7, 8-year-old child, about what happened back then in her life. And because of that, her life now with her children were not so nice. Let's put it that way. So that's when I found out. And she told me this. After a couple of years, I went back to her and spoke to her. She was all transformed. And when I spoke to her, this is what she said: "Waran, thank you for helping me." Now that gave me a lot of it went so many places. My mind went so many places. So much of joy and happiness because I was able to touch someone. That's when I knew that, you know what, this is what I need to do. And therefore, I continued doing whatever that I know best. Continued doing whatever that I know best.
Yes. Power. You know, that's why I've always mentioned where there are some people that say, Waran, we are not like you, Waran. We don't have the chance to go China, don't have the chance to go to Geneva, right? But I'm always a believer, the more we are able to practice, the more we are able to, even if we cannot travel, but if we are able to open our minds and our hearts to learn from those who really have walked the path before us, I think that in itself will help so much, you know?
Yeah.
And just be open to learn, be open, be ready to be mentored, you know? I think that's very powerful.
Yeah, sometimes you go through an experience on your own. Sometimes you can just pick and choose other people's experience and then embrace it. Eventually, you will have your path very clear in front of you. Michael, what was your time? The time where you got to know that, hey, this is it. This is my forte. Do you still remember?
Yes. I'm just trying to find the starting point. Once I recovered from my knee injury and I started doing a lot of public speaking, I started training up people how to present, and I love doing it. You see, sometimes life will give you a sign. Life will give you a sign that this is something that you are good at and you enjoy doing. But sometimes you're not sure. So when you're not sure, you go and test out other things, only for you to complete one circle and come back to what you were meant to do. So for my case, I love to develop people, I love to train people, but then I went to work in management consulting, then I went to work in government, then I went around the world. In the end, balik-balik pun back to training, back to developing people. So I think that was when I discovered lah. So if you were to ask me when did I discover it, I would like to say since school, but that would be a very unfair answer to you because I discovered it, then I lost it. Because I thought the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Right? But then no lah. Then I came back full circle. That was when I decided, you know what? Training, developing people is really something fulfilling for me. And that's what I'll be doing. And that's what I want to do. So in the end, that's what happened lah. So that's how I built Thriving Talents to where it is today lah. So there you go, Warren. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Michael, I think it's time lah. Let's wrap this up.
Thank you, Warren. Time flies.
I spoke about myself. You spoke about yourself. I think with the little sharing that we did, and I say this little because there are many people out there who have got loads of stories to tell. Also, ours I think is just like peanuts lah, but in that small short stories of ours, I think you would have seen some light. You would have caught some messages that makes sense to you as a person. If that happened, please type 999, ladies and gentlemen.
999, alert.
Yeah. Yes, alert. You are right. 999. If you think that whatever that Michael have shared, whatever that I have shared, made a little bit sense to you, and you think you can transform your life to betterment, please 999. Michael, final words. What you want to say to those people out there listening to us on a fantastic Saturday evening?
What I want to say is this. You can listen to stories of people, but most important is you pick up the lessons of what we have gone through, you avoid the mistakes that we make, and you amplify on the successes that we have shared with you. So I believe today I've shared with you that as an entrepreneur, be comfortable with yourself, create opportunities instead of wait for opportunities, and PUMM, we are here to assist you. For those of you who are not yet a member, honestly what is stopping you now from becoming one? Yeah, go to our website pumm.my. Can say you heard from Michael Teoh and Warren join us. This is just 1 hour of our time. You just heard how I got Microsoft as my first client. You just heard how I managed to convince Microsoft to get President Obama to visit my training. You just heard that how did I get the Prime Minister of New Zealand to write me a letter of recommendation when I was studying in New Zealand. All these are sales skills, marketing skills that you all can apply. Obviously, if you want to learn more about that and you want to know me as a person, and perhaps we can even collaborate on some business projects, find me on PUMM. Find Warren on PUMM. Warren, my question back to you. What is that one powerful message you would like to share with everyone before we close? Go ahead, Warren.
Thank you. I would like to tell you guys only one thing. Be yourself. Just be yourself. Do not think about wanting to be someone else. Just be yourself because you have got the beauty. Now, everyone is created with some talent, they say. I don't know. But I do know one thing. You have got a beauty. Do not think about whatever that you don't have. Think about whatever that you have. If you have got little money in your bank, yes, appreciate it. If you think that little people like you, yes, appreciate that. If you think that you can smile, appreciate that. If you think that you can, whatever that you think that you have, appreciate, because that is you. Enough of thinking about who am I. Don't go very deep. No need. What you have is enough. And remember, I am more than I think. You are more than who you think you are. Have fun, grow well. On that same note, Michael, I wish you all the success, my man. All the success to Thriving Talent, all the success to whatever that you are doing, all that you are venturing into. Be blessed, and it was so nice having you with me. I love this chat. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, join PUMM. Join PUMM as what Michael said.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night, yeah? Warren,
all right.
it's a pleasure. Only best wishes, everlasting happiness for you and all the lives you'll touch. Thank you, everybody.
Terima kasih. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
大家好，我是陈立祥，马来西亚创业促进会 PUMM 全国总会长。我们在3月26号正式推荐了青创会历史上第一次的青创楷模人物表扬，也就是我们的 PUMM Role Model Recognition。在这个推荐过后呢，就获得了很多人的询问，关于这个表扬到底是怎么样的一回事。那在这边，我想要代表青创会呢，跟大家做一个详细的解说。首先，青创楷模人物，它不是一个奖项，它是一个表扬。那到底谁符合了这个资格呢？所有的表扬只限于青创会的会员，或者是跟青创会有关系的，比如是顾问机，或者是我们未来的代言人。任何没有跟青创会有关系的人，请恕我们不能够给你表扬。我们要表扬这个青创楷模人物，主要的目的是希望青创在成立这28年，我们在各行各业，在不同的领域都有非常优秀的这一种代表性人物。我们希望透过这个表扬，能够让新一代的年轻人有一个学习的榜样。我们希望透过这个榜样，肯定让我们所有优秀的会员呢，能够得到一个更鲜明的肯定。所以这是一个表扬的一个形式，它不是一个奖项。那第三，我想要讲的就是这青创楷模人物呢，总共有3个层次。那第一个呢，叫做这个 role model， 青创的精英楷模人物。那 role model 呢，只要你个人认为你在你的领域或是你的专业有着非常显著、非常特殊的表现，在你的领域里面你是一个领头者，或者是一个代表性的一个榜样，那你就可以申请。那第二个级别叫做 Star Role Model， 青创杰出楷模人物。那这一个的级别呢，它所表扬的不只是在于你个人的领域或是你的专业有着特殊的表现，而是除了在这一方面以外呢，你在整个社会是否有产生一定的影响力，还有你的价值。只有在这方面，你才能够成为我们讲的第2个级别。那最高的标杆，也是我们所谓的叫做 Iconic Role Model， 也就是一个青创标杆人物。那所谓的标杆，你的成就，你的表现也不能够只限于在你的领域或者在整个社会，而是属于国家级的。你的成就已经足以代表了一个国家，甚至是我们所谓的你的企业，你的影响力已经冲出了海外，你是一个国际性的一个我们讲的一个显赫的人物。所以3个不同层次呢，就显出了3个不一样的级别。那今天你可以透过第1个层次，可能以后你再努力，你都可以逐步的往上的这个前进，这是一个目标，这是一个方向。那到底怎么样情况你可以申请，或者是你是怎么样情况才能够接受这个表扬呢？首先我们讲了，你可以透过第1个管道，就是由我们的这个青创楷模人物的评审委员会呢推荐，我们会以书信来推荐你，那你是否接受被推荐，这个你需要一个回函。那第2种形式就是呢，你个人觉得你想要推荐，你应该去询问，你要去寻找所有可以推荐你的2个人，任何一封推荐信都要2个人签名，一个就是我们的中央代表，你可以是州主席，或者是我们的任何中央理事。另外一个就是呢，任何一个理事都可以推荐，就是呢，你有需要2个签名，再填写一个完整的表格交上来。那所有的推荐不一定能够被接受的，我们有这个评审委员会会做出最终的裁决。获得表扬的会员们将会在我们每一次的就职典礼获得庄重的表扬，同时我们也会为表扬者量身定制一个特殊的奖杯，并会为他们制作了一本表扬青创楷模人物的特刊，记载他们的成就。所有接受被表扬的青创楷模人物都必须要为我们青创会总会所要建设的企业之家，甚至是未来各州分会的企业之家给予赞助跟捐赠。当然这一些捐赠也会为我们往后的 CSR 甚至是一些活动大型的一些赞助呢扮演着非常重要的角色。当然大家的贡献跟建设 将会记载在我们青创会的历史上。我陈以翔以总会长的身份，再一次的感谢各位的协助，各位的支持。青创楷模人物是我们历史性的第一次，你情人错过了。如果你认为你符合了具备接受被表扬的资格，任何不明白之处，想要询问的，请联系我们的中央理事或者是我们的秘书处。青创楷模人物等着你，永远记得铭记历史，珍爱贡献，致敬典范。我们见。